Welcome everyone, TheDailyWoo here. That is an old schoolhouse. I am at Knott's Berry Farm and I am wearing my new shirt that I've got from Spreadshirt.com, AdamTheWoo.Spreadshirt.com. I actually ordered one for myself. Heck it, you are not supposed to wear your own t-shirt. That's like wearing a band shirt to the concert you are going to, or playing in a band and wearing your own band shirt. But heck it, I try to march to the beat of my own drummer, so I now own my own Heck It shirt. Why am I at Knott's Berry Farm? Why am I showing you this old schoolhouse? Because someone left a suggestion, and I like hearing your suggestions, reading your comments, and actually trying to take those suggestions to heart and actually accomplish them. And today, on this morning, I am at Knott's Berry Farm here in Buena Park, California, and I am going to explore the old schoolhouse, which was actually established in 1875, but it did not arrive here at Knott's Berry Farm until Walter Knott himself, the creator of Knott's Berry Farm, transported this building from Kansas all the way to California in 1950-ish. In fact, right here, 1879, built by a group of Iowa farmers who settled in central Kansas. Even though that says 79 and that says 75. So maybe we can actually figure out why there is a differential between the 4 years. Let's go inside this old schoolhouse. Actually, let's read this first. Typical of a one-room schoolhouse of the 1800s is this one from Beloit, Kansas, built in 1879. It housed 8 classes at a time, from the 1st through the 8th grades. Mr. Knott brought the school outside and the playground area at an auction, had them dismantled, and trucked them here in 1952. All right, let's go inside the old schoolhouse here at Knott's Berry Farm. And I also want you to look at this too. You'll see there is actually a school bell on the top up there. The school bell was actually added after the fact. Walter Knott himself actually thought it would be very cool to actually have a school bell on the very tippy top of the schoolhouse. Originally, that was not on the Kansas version. And just like the rest of Ghost Town here at Knott's Berry Farm, all these buildings were actually transported from ghost towns in the desert. So all these buildings, or at least a huge portion of a lot of these buildings through the ghost town area, when you first enter, just hang a left. Instead of going to the roller coasters, hang a left and go through the ghost town. And a lot of these buildings were actual facades and actual buildings that were located in the old West and were brought out here to Knott's Berry Farm. A lot of people taking their pictures in front of the old schoolhouse. But you got to wonder if those people know the history and the backstory, and that was actually a real schoolhouse. You got to wonder that. You can actually see there's not a lot of people out here yet this morning. Knott's Berry Farm, I actually have a pass to Knott's Berry Farm. It's called a seasonal pass. It's not an annual pass, which means that it's not good from point A, like starting up. I got the annual pass today. It would not be good an entire year. It would only be good till the end of the year. So it's only good up until New Year's Eve. But it's still a heck of a good deal to come out here and see the ghost town areas, the saloon over on the right, and then out of the ghost town area, you can actually see the water flume ride and the Knott's dropping area. You can see where it says Knott's up there, K-N-O-T-T-S. And I will probably not, no pun intended, be riding that terrifying ride that drops straight down, much higher than the ride flume is. Now, as soon as the herd of people that are back there get done taking their photo opportunity, we'll actually go inside the schoolhouse itself. And it's interesting too, because school is still in session, but you can tell there's actually a lot of school kids out here at the moment. A lot of kids come out here because, what do they call that when you are part of a school classroom that actually goes on a field trip? A lot of field trips come to Knott's Berry Farm all days of the week, including the weekends. All right, the old schoolhouse. Let's go inside and check it out. These old doors. Good morning.
Good morning.
We're here to check out the old schoolhouse. And I was wondering, how come the sign says 75 and then 79 here? So what year was it actually created and then brought in? I know it was brought in the 50s, but what's the difference in the 4 years?
because there was a school in the area of Beloit, Iowa, starting in 1877, though not in this exact building until 1879.
Okay, so they built this building in 79, and then Walter Knott transferred it over here in the 50s, 1950s, correct? And a lot of the articles and books are still in here.
Yes.
So I'm just going to take a look around. I'm doing a little vlog for YouTube and show off some of the remnants and some of the historical facts in here as well. This is very cool. Actually, someone suggested this to me. I just bought an annual pass, a seasonal pass to Knott's. And my favorite part is the ghost town area. I know a lot of people like the roller coasters, but I like history and the likes of that.
The ghost town is the heart of Knott's.
Absolutely. So these desks, were these original desks that came with the school?
No, they're actually more from the 1950s, but they're certainly the style that they would have had, including the inkwells.
Oh yeah, the inkwells are still here.
Nailed in so they don't walk off, but those are slates as the children would own. And the thing there, we have slate pencils.
Oh, okay.
Which is what they use.
Is it similar to a chalkboard, like a miniature chalkboard?
Yeah, it's two-sided, and that's what they would have used for almost all of their writing. They would do their math problems on it. I would check it. If it was correct, they could erase it and go on to the next thing.
Okay.
It's a reusable resource.
Now I see you have the McGuffey readers. I was actually homeschooled when I was younger, and my dad actually taught us through the McGuffey readers. Do you actually have any of the McGuffey readers?
You mean right here on my desk?
Oh, right here. Oh, on your desk. Oh, there you go. See, this brings back a lot of memories. I actually learned to read from these exact books right here. Very cool. Those bring back a lot of memories. So this is what you ring when they get out of hand, the kids get out of hand?
No, when it's usually when it's dismissal time.
Oh, lunchtime or dismissal time or something of that
And
nature.
this is a grade 1 through 8 schoolroom.
So you would have all 8 grades in one little classroom.
Yes.
Kind of reminiscent of Little House on the Prairie. Very similar
Very much so.
to that.
How you survive it is very simple. Small groups. All of the different levels would have work to do in their seats, and I would bring up first the reading groups based on McGuffey levels up to the recitation bench while the others are quietly working.
Oh, okay.
And we'd swap out the groups, then we'd go on to math.
Very cool. Now, I read somewhere online that the writing on here was original writing, or is it a recreation of the writing of the very first teacher that taught here?
This is a recreation, a permanent recreation of what typically would be on the board. And you will notice it's all cursive.
Yes. Everyone wrote in cursive back then.
Welcome.
All right. Well, thank you very much.
You're welcome. Come on in, folks. Have a seat. You've got an amazing tour guide. Thank you. Now, you larger folks.
Hello, excuse me.
It'll be more comfortable.
You can see a lot of people are now actually starting to enter the classroom.
There's also the recitation bench.
Check out the rules for teachers, 1872. Teachers each day will fill lamps, trim the wicks, and clean the chimneys, as well as 9 other things that they were responsible for doing other than actually teaching the kids. All right, thank you very much, Sandra.
Did you notice that?
Ah, what is this?
That is a hand pump organ,
A hand-pumped organ.
because this was a multi-purpose room. On Sunday, it would be used by 1 or 2 of the local churches.
Oh, okay, I can see that. Very interesting. This Beethoven organ is also from Kansas, 1880.
Welcome to our one house.
Awesome.
Schoolhouse.
All right. Thank you very much, Sandra. I appreciate the information. So there you have it, the old schoolhouse. Thank you for the suggestion. I am not sure, I cannot remember who actually left the suggestion about visiting the old schoolhouse here at Knott's Berry Farm. But I wanted to thank Sandra and Knott's Berry Farm for allowing me to film in there and showing you guys a little bit of history, a little bit of a relic of Knott's Berry Farm goodness from way back in the day. If you find any information online that I did not share, feel free to leave some comments down below. And remember, you can get yourself a Heck It t-shirt or another Adam the Woo shirt over at AdamTheWoo.com. And you know what? I was just thinking, I don't think I did the intro. It's my second channel, daily vlog channel. It's the Daily Woo intro at the end of the Daily Woo vlog. Please subscribe. It's absolutely free. I look forward to hearing what you dig up about the history of this fantastic place as well. Love you guys, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, but only if you subscribe. Goodbye.